So the Baltimore Ravens, they were plagued by injuries last season. They had 20 players on IR, the most ever by a John Harbaugh team. Joe Flacco missed 6 games. Baltimore also gets Justin Forsett, Steve Smith, Terrell, Suggs, and many more back. Now, Suggs believes the Ravens have a shot at going from a 5-11 team to a championship team, saying, quote, "I would have to say since our Super Bowl year and the year before, I think this is the best we've looked since then." You hear that, Stephen A?
You know what? I know this is hard to believe, but I believe them.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you think about that Super Bowl team, yes, we hear the names Ray Lewis and we hear the names Ed Reed and guys like that. Let me be clear. You're talking about 2 future Hall of Famers, 2 of the greatest defensive players in history. Nothing but profound respect and reverence to those guys. But they were on the tail ends of their careers, basically retired after that, literally in the case of Ray Lewis. So when you look at it from that perspective, nothing can replace what's up here, and I'm willing to concede that. But in terms of what the body, in terms of speed, athleticism, cover ability, etc., can allow, I think a legitimate case can be made that they certainly weren't what they used to be, even at that time that they ended up winning the Super Bowl. You got to remember, when the lights went out, okay, and the game was delayed and all of that other stuff, even though San Francisco was assisted by that, a lot of people felt like the only reason why San Francisco didn't end up with the Super Bowl championship is because they ran out of time, because they came storming back in the second half. Having said all of that, you just look at it. You look at Suggs being back. You look at Brandon Williams. You look at Jernigan, Urban, Dummerville, Mosley, Orr, Smith, and all of these guys. You know what they can do defensively. You know what Harbaugh can do as a coach. And then offensively, you've got a Flacco who's already proven he's a Super Bowl champion. He's not great, but he can get it done, particularly in big games. Forsett is one of the other reasons why you haven't heard much about Ray Rice, because after all, Ray Rice, the controversy he got himself in, domestic violence, etc., I believe that community would have forgiven him had he not opened his mouth against the owner. But in the end, what it comes down to is you can afford to be without him because he ain't Forsett. Then we've got Steve Smith coming back. And I know that he's coming back from the Achilles. I get all of that. But he's Steve Smith. I don't care that he's 37 years of age. He's got the heart of a lion. He finds a way to get it done. They were calling him done before last year. And before he went down, he was averaging more than 95 yards a game. Steve Smith can ball, and I believe that he will be will he be a superstar, anything like that? It doesn't have to be. As long as he's somebody that can step up and get it done with Akins and just, I think it's Jusic or whatever, the tight end. The bottom line is this. I just look at Baltimore being hard-nosed, the Rough Riders that they are. I believe they can make some noise, and even though I still think the Steelers could win that division, I could see Baltimore making it rough and possibly getting a wild card spot in the playoff picture. And once the playoffs begin, all bets are off.
I see what's happening here. You're a Steelers fan, and you're trying to appease the football gods with all this Raven talk. They got you know the divisional rival's going to play you tough, so you're a little more impressed with them than you should be.
That would make you a bit clueless, because for a Steeler fan to appease a Raven fan, you clearly don't know Steeler fans.
Well, you're a little more impressed with the Ravens than the evidence indicates. Now, Steve Smith is inspirational. Steve Smith's not what he once was, but he's a money-on-the-line type player. Joe Flacco, money-on-the-line type player. I get it. Problem is, money's not going to be on the line. They're not good enough. Let's look at last year. The defense allowed 25.1 points a game, their most in any season since 1996. They allowed 30 passing touchdowns, the most in franchise history. There's your Ravens defense. Even when Flacco was healthy last year, behind that O-line or whatever you want to call it, he wasn't any good. A total QBR of 41 was the second worst among starters in the NFL. The only guy who was worse was Nick Foles, who had an historically bad season last year. So do I think under pressure, Flacco and Steve Smith and the like could come through? If the money's on the line, could they? Yeah, but what makes you think the money's going to be on the line in a division with your Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they're somewhat diminished, a bend-but-don't-break defense in Pittsburgh, which, by the way, should be a little bit improved. Even without Martavis Bryant and Le'Veon Bell, they're still going to have a great offense. Everyone knows it. Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown, of course, D'Angelo Williams. And the Bengals are one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFL. And last year, we didn't get to see Dalton in the playoffs because he got hurt. But there was evidence, if you're looking for some, that maybe he's turned a corner in terms of those clutch moments. He was better in the fourth quarter than he had been in previous fourth quarters in previous seasons. He seemed to get better as the game went on. In the bigger games, the primetime games, he played better than he did otherwise. There were little indicators like that. But even without those indicators, that's for like the playoffs. The Bengals on paper are clearly better than Baltimore. In fact, I think the Browns have improved, and they're comparable to Baltimore.
Hold on, you're smoking something. Did you just say that the Cleveland Browns are on the same level as the Baltimore Ravens? You've got to be crazy. That is nonsense.
You know what?
Cleveland's defense alone, there's nothing to discuss.
I just said Baltimore's defense. 30 passing touchdowns.
First of all, second half of the season, they look much better than the first. They got Eric Weddle at the safety spot. You're getting Terrell Suggs back. Orr's good in coverage. You're moving C.J. Mosley over to the middle linebacker spot. You've got John Harbaugh still coaching that team. I'm sorry. I'm not sleeping on Baltimore at all. Not to mention the fact that they got hot with Cincinnati. All the talent. They always have all the talent. I'm not betting my money on any team that can't win a daggone playoff game in a decade under Marvin Lewis. Now, I know we're talking regular season.
In that division, at best, Baltimore's third best.
Listen.
Best.
And I'm telling you, I think number two. I think
ahead of who?
Cincy. Yes, I believe that. I really believe that. I really believe that.
20 guys on the IR last year.
20. I believe that's right. 20 guys on the IR last year. But not only that, I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't believe in Cincinnati. She knows, everybody knows. I don't believe in Cincinnati. I've had Cincinnati Bengals right up in my face, told them straight to their face. Y'all got all the talent in the world. Y'all worrying enough.
I love this time of year.
If you will win another uniform,
everyone's going to be good.
Listen.
Suggs is confident, of course he is. Oh, we're going to be the best. Of course, it's that time of year.
Wait a minute. It's not about what he believes. It's about what his resume proves. Terrell Suggs has come back from injuries before and played lights out. Don't sleep on the brother. T-Sizzle is T-Sizzle for a reason. So let's be clear about that.
You call him T-Sizzle. I know he's a good player. That don't mean they're going to be good.
What has Cincinnati done to prove to you that? Don't get me wrong. Talent-wise, they are Super Bowl contenders. Talent-wise, but the flip side to it, what have they ever proven on the field?
You're already in the playoffs. I'm talking about the regular season.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying.
So if you have two teams demonstrably better than you in the regular season, how are you going to get to the playoffs?
Now, please, let me tell you something right now. I think Cincinnati will find a way. You going to bet your money on Andy Dalton?
Oh, in the regular season over this Baltimore squad?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. We'll find out. I like that. I like that because see what I love about it because
Dalton was great last year.
Because just in case you try to flip, you're on camera now. You're on camera.
I'm gonna flip.
You.
Did you miss every Bengals game last year?
Unfortunately, I didn't. I saw games that they won, but I obviously also saw games they lost, including when they collapsed against Pittsburgh because they couldn't keep their heads on.
That is the truth. They didn't have their quarterback either.
Shots fired. All right.
That's the truth.
You know who I love? I love Brick. Coming up, we're going to check in on him and see his General Hospital performance. How did Stephen A. do in his second appearance as his character Brick? We will show you that. And also, Des Bryant has never lacked confidence, but now he is more confident than ever. How do the guys feel about Des in the Cowboy season? Real talk coming up.
So what's up, man? Why did you need to see me?
What kind of manpower do you have at your disposal these days?
The best kind. Solid group, talented, loyal.
Discreet?
Come on now. How long have we known each other?
How long will it take you to round them up?
How soon do you need them?
Yesterday.
I'll make the arrangements. We'll also get you any information on any bank transfers in case Julian hires somebody to move the money he'll need to pay his way.
Probably his sister, Ava, you know.
You know she's already on the list.
So glad you helped me with this. Because I tell you what, if the court won't exact justice on Julian, I will.
You'll make the arrangements. You got us. You got everybody.
The hitter.
Smooth. I think it's pretty good.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing more than all right.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing more than all right.
It's cool.
Is that what the pinstripe is about today? Is it Gangster Day?
No, it's a new suit I had. I figured I'd probably try to rock it today. That's all.
You know what I love? My phone was blowing up yesterday. It's my aunt. Stephen A's back on General Hospital.
No,
she loves it.
I must say.
It's her favorite show as well.
I must say, you know, obviously it's soaps, so there's a whole bunch of women that watch the shows. I want to say to all the women, all the ladies out there that are General Hospital fans, I love y'all. They've shown me nothing
hi
but
to my
love.
Aunt Linda,
They've shown me nothing but love. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But I'm touched. Thank y'all.
Good.
Thank y'all very much.
Good.
Thank you. He's coming back because it's about to get, you know. It's,
got to after
another
that.
level.
No, it's a bunch.
You're just setting up the arrangements.
It's some scenes coming up with Sonny Corinthos. You don't want to miss General Hospital in the coming weeks. I'm telling y'all that right now. So I'm gonna have to go out there and tape a few more scenes.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be back.
We love it.
Brick will be back.
Okay.
Brick will be back.
I'm jealous. He's gonna play a gangster on TV.
Right? That's the dream.
That's right. That's the dream.